Which one do you wear? Fellows and gentlemen, my name is Tobias and welcome to the Gainz, the fitness show dedicated to building both our hearts and our minds. This content is here to help you men pump some serious and thought-provoking iron in the hopes of making some major relationship gains. On this show, I talk about relationships and love, and typically I'll be talking to the men because that's the best vantage point that I have on the subject matter. Ladies, please feel free to watch and let's jump right into it. Not wearing the pants in your relationship. Well, it isn't the worst thing that could happen to you. In fact, in my relationship of 10 years, I didn't wear the pants for probably about the first 3 or 4 years. I'm a very go with the flow type of guy. So wearing the pants never really crossed my mind for my relationship. It just didn't seem that important. Plus, hell, I thought my fiance liked wearing the pants. She sure as hell acted like it. But as the years progressed, I soon began to discover that the pants weren't made for her. They were made for me. And as well, I think it's time for me to show you guys how to rip those pants off your woman's hips. Grab the good old thread and needle and sew them back up like a real man. And shove those leg day neglected twigs of yours into the only pair of pants you'll need to wear for the rest of your life. Now, first and foremost, what does it mean to wear the pants? Well, I went online and I looked up a few definitions. 1, to be the dominant partner in a relationship. 2, to be the person in charge of a marriage or a family. 3, the person who makes a decision in a relationship. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't like any of these definitions. So let's just use my definition. I believe the person who wears the pants in a relationship stimulates the flow of the relationship. And notice, man, how my definition doesn't place somebody directly in charge. Think of a famous athlete or maybe a singer, and think about how they don't actually rule anybody. But for whatever reason, they have enough influence to impact an entire community with just their words or actions. As well, with my definition, wearing the pants doesn't mean you have to be the bread maker. It doesn't mean you have to be the one making the money. Think about the fidget spinner. The lady who made the fidget spinner, she didn't get any money off of it. Or famous vines or memes. The creator didn't necessarily make any money from them. But nonetheless, they had a major impact on our culture and our society. This, I believe, is what it means to wear the pants in a relationship. So when it comes to wearing the pants, the first thing that you need to do is speak up. Actors, singers, comedians, athletes, they all have a voice. And it's through their performances that we know how they feel. Being shy with your woman and failing to communicate lets her know that you're not up to the task of handling the pressure of center stage. Your woman is your audience, fellas, and she has to hear what you say. This shows her that you can both be the main act and close the show. For instance, when she asks you, "Hey babe, what do you want to eat?" you need to have an answer ready besides, even if you don't know what you want to eat. Likewise, you need to be able to decide on a movie or a show. Speaking up and being decisive at the very least tells her that you have a direction that you're headed, that you have a plan for where you want to go, that you have an idea of what's next. The next thing you want to do when wearing the pants is be able to delegate tasks and responsibilities. Deciding who does what is a major task. A task that falls at the feet of whoever wears the pants. And this can't be taken lightly because you have to be able to delegate the right task to the right person. For instance, if you hate doing laundry, but you know for a fact that she can't fold clothes or she doesn't know how to iron, then she doesn't need that task. You do. When it comes to assigning tasks, guys, don't think gender roles. I mean, we live in 2017. Anybody can do anything. And the reason that this falls at the hands of the person who wears the pants is because the most important feature about assigning tasks is to prevent an argument or fallout because someone wasn't able to handle the task they're given. Next, guys, you want to make moves that influence the relationship. Don't be afraid to actively influence your relationship, guys. Start with small things that hint at the relationship's future and where you plan on taking it. If you know that both of you guys want kids, then go out and buy a baby magazine. If you know you guys want your families to be close, then hell, start talking to her family. Talk to her parents, her siblings, her cousins. If you guys both want to move to another country, then hell, plan a vacation. When it comes to influencing a relationship, you don't have to do the things that you plan on for the future. You just have to do small things that hint at what the future will hold. What this does is it shows her, and she'll see the baby steps that you're taking to move the relationship. Ultimately, these actions are going to guide and influence her. Remember, guys, by my definition, the person who wears the pants stimulates the flow of the relationship. Next, guys, is place yourself where pants are worn. You probably play games and watch TV in your underwear. Well, guess what? You will never be able to wear the pants if the dress code doesn't require pants to be worn. In other words, be there when and where she needs you. Think of situations where she may be scared or indecisive. Walking home late at night. If not walking, then catching an Uber with a stranger. Again, guys, it's 2017. Anything can happen. In fact, just a few days ago, a lady was found dead, probably about a mile away from my house, still in my neighborhood. What I'm saying, guys, is your presence alone has the power to influence the relationship and influence her actions and influence her thinking. If you were there to walk home with her, if you were there to ride that Uber, if you were there, you would have the power. You would have the pants. And last, guys, understand that with great power comes great responsibility. Understand that wearing the pants means you have decided to take responsibility for everything. It's kind of like being a supervisor at a job. If one of your subordinates messes up, well, that's your responsibility. So if her car breaks down, it's not her responsibility to get it fixed or buy a new one. That's the job of whoever wears the pants in the relationship. Once again, think about it. With my definition, wearing the pants stimulates the flow of the relationship. If she lost her job because she didn't have transportation to get to her job, and her not having a job negatively affects the relationship, then that means whoever wears the pants in the relationship is at fault. They should have fixed the problem before it escalated. Needless to say, when wearing the pants, you have to be considerate of every single possible thing that could negatively affect your relationship. Anyway, guys, that wraps it up for today's video. Men, let me know if you've been having problems with wearing the pants in the relationship. And women, you let me know as well. Have you had to wear the pants in the relationship before? And as always, guys, my motto for this channel is helping women by educating men. So let's make sure that we help as many women as we can by sharing this video and getting it out there so that more men can see it and become educated and learn how to wear the pants in their relationships. Thank you for joining me today, and I'm out.
Thank you.